Good morning, everybody. This is Stephanie. Thank you for joining me today from Palm Desert. I am here today to share with you a tool we've been using a lot lately. I have, and I know you guys have been asking for social media graphics and flyers. And a lot of times when I create them for you, I just go straight into Moxie, and a lot of the stuff's already there. Sometimes the job's already created, and sometimes it's not. But even if it's not, it only takes me a few minutes to pop out a really great piece for you guys. And I just want to show you how easy it is. I'm always happy to make them for you, but if I'm not in the office, or if you want to do something later in the evening, or you just like to self-serve and go in and know how to do these things, it's really quick. So I'm going to show you that today. I'm going to start by sharing screen, and I'm just going to show you some of the pieces we've recently made. The first thing I'm going to share with you are some social media graphics, and these were made for the monitors in our office in Palm Desert. We have a TV monitor, and we have two monitors in the back of the office that we display these images on. And you can see the last two I showed you were just listed ads. This is for lease. The black with the green highlight is a luxury template, and we're able to use those when we get to a certain threshold, whether it be on a listing or a lease. Any of those are available. We also have some self-promotional advertisements that you can see here that I've made. Pretty much everybody out of the Palm Desert office has one. We're able to do, again, social media graphics. This is a great graphic if you're holding open house time in the office. I've created this for a lot of the agents that do floor time to get a free market report. Just make sure you have a market report ready. Have something available to hand them, even if it's just a list of homes available in South Palm Desert when you're here. Again, just listed graphics, some more self-promotional graphics that are great for Instagram or Facebook or any other form of social media. And then you've got some graphics for just listed, just solds. We have a couple others here. And again, I just wanted to give you an idea of what it is that we're able to create for you guys. Most of you that are in this office that have any business have a little commercial running that has most of your listings in it. And all of these graphics I created in less than a day, all of them together. So you can see there basically what kind of the plethora of stuff that's available. And then I also wanted to show you, let's see if I can pull it up real quick. I wanted to show you a couple of the flyers that we made. Let me just make sure I'm still sharing the right screen. Yeah. So this is a flyer that was made for our flyer wall in the Palm Desert office. And Julian right now, the luxury listings that he has are resetting off the market. And so we got permission from an agent in Palm Springs to use this property. And we made a flyer for Julian so that when he's sitting open house, or when he's sitting floor time in the office, he has a flyer in the window. I also have another one here that we created for Craig. You guys know he has a logo and wanted to use it, so we used a 2-agent flyer. And this one was actually also a TextBH GRE flyer. So if you're utilizing the TextBH GRE service and you have a code, you can plug it in up here, and it will allow you to advertise that as well, so people can text that number and get the information on the listing, and you get their contact info as well. This is another one we made for Rita that's in escrow, so she'd have a flyer on the wall. We can do in escrow, price reductions, open house. If it has open house, generally it'll have a time right here. If I make the flyer for you, I leave that off so that you can reuse the flyers over and over again. You'll also notice some of the things little edits that I make for you guys is there's a lot of times there's a school district and tax information right down here, and I change that out and remove it and replace it with HOA dues. That's just something I'm able to type in, so I generally do that for you guys. This particular one, you can see there was no lot size that was listed. There was no way for the MLS to pull it, so it left that blank. Normally, I would go in and delete that for you, and you can take that out if you wanted to, and I can show you how to do that. It's very simple. This is another postcard. This is just a sample I made. It's not my listing. It actually belongs to an agent in Palm Springs, but I just made it as a sample so you guys could see some of the things that we were able to put out. This is actually two-sided. I only needed the one side, and I think we're going to use these one-sided ones for the TVs in the offices, the monitors. So if you were doing an advertisement on a TV someplace, if your advertisement was going to be there, you might want to use something like this postcard because I think it will fit better than maybe some of those square social media graphics. But now that we've shown you some of what's available, let me just get in real quick into Moxie, and I'll show you how to use it. So what we do is log into the greenhouse. Once you get logged into the greenhouse, you're going to click Agent Tools and then go to MoxieWorks. You're going to click the little login to MoxieWorks button here. This is a single sign-on, so you don't have to put any more passwords in. gives you access to all the tools that Moxie has. And up here at the top, you'll see Present, which is where we do our presentations, listing and buyer. And then Engage is your CRM, your website. And today we're going to focus on Impress. And I want you to think of Impress as the place where you go to leave an impression, whether it be on social media or the flyers you leave behind, or even full color brochures or postcards. This is where you create those impressions. And to be honest, most of them are already going to be created for you. So we're going to click Impress, and that is going to take us into the Marketing Center. And it's going to just pull up my page automatically. And it has a listing that is pending right now. It has 16 jobs that have been built on it. And I also have an active lease, seasonal lease listing that stays active all the time. And it has 20 projects created on it. So you could click on either one of these and go in and look at the jobs that have already been created. But let's just say you wanted to make yourself a self-promotional piece, like one of those things that says, do you want a free market report, or do you want to know the value of your home? So what we would do here is click Create Project. And today I'm going to scroll down and go to the different types of projects that are available. And this is kind of a cool place to go through and just click around so you can see everything that's available to you. Everything from single property websites to virtual tours to ad templates, everything is in here for you. So we're just going to go to the social media one really quickly. You can select up here all of the ways you can filter this down to get 186 down to something that's a little more manageable. If there's a special time of year, you can select here. This is my favorite list, though. It's the task list, and no surprise, my favorite is the task list. Because you can search by just listed, just sold. If it's a luxury, it gives you all the luxury templates. If you're doing an open house, it shows you those pieces, a price reduction, and seller. Now, the seller one might be a little confusing, but this is where you're trying to solicit sellers to give you their business. So we're going to select that one. And there's only a couple pieces in here, but I think they're really well played. To get a free market report, I've sold homes in your area. This one is one of my favorites. It says, do you know the value of your home, or just what the internet says? And I can't read that, but I can, I remember it. So we're going to select this design today. We just clicked on it, and we're going to go in and put in the name, and I'm going to call it, Do You Know? And since this isn't my first time doing it, I'm going to call it Do You Know 3, because I've done this a few times getting ready for this. We're going to create, I put this in my personal folder, and you can see it automatically creates a folder for any listing you have, but you also have the option to create a new one. And I have one called Personal where I put these self-promotional ads. So I'm going to click Save and Continue. And up here at the top, you'll see these are the steps it's taking you through to complete the flyer. The only other thing I have left to do is to verify my information and just to check my photo, make sure it looks the way I want it to. You can swap it out with a different one. You can also delete it if you didn't want the photo in there at all. But if you wanted to crop it, you just hover over and you can see you can go in here and make edits to it. So if it was cutting my head off, like let's say this flyer has cut his head off a little bit, we can go in and make that edit. Oops. There we go. We can go in and make that edit to get it back to where we want it. Let's fix it, get it centered perfectly. And then we click crop, and then we click save and continue. And now I can do a couple things here. I can go back and edit it. I can duplicate it if I maybe just want to make a little change, or let's maybe say it's for a different ad publication and I just wanted to make some edits. You can also preview. I'm going to tell you, I think it's just as fast to download the image as it is for it to generate the preview. So I generally just select downloading the image. You can also publish to web here. If you do that, it'll let you go straight out to the web. I like to save the image to my phone and post it from there, but that's just my preference. So you can see up at the top of the screen here, I'm going to click on the Do You Know 3, and it's going to pull up the ad I just created. That took me just a few moments. Here's my little social media post that I'm able to go out and put out on social media anytime I want, or anywhere else that I want to use it. So that's the first one. I've already showed you the pieces that we made for the other agents. There's a couple other ways to go through and customize in here and make some other edits and make changes to get exactly what you're looking for. So if you have something that's a little more complicated than just the simple stuff, don't hesitate to reach out to me or Jeff. We'd be happy to sit down with you and share how this works and how some of our other agents have been using it. I hope you found this helpful today. If you have any questions, please reach out, and I hope you all have a great rest of your week.